Hi guys, welcome to our channel, Pinay Mom's Vlogs. My name is Tara. I'm a Filipino mom living here in Amsterdam, and I recently purchased an e-reader for my husband. I got him a Kobo Libra 2, which is the latest device in the lineup of e-readers by Kobo. Now, I happen to have a Kindle Oasis, and this was from last year's. So we're going to do a compare and contrast, or compare the similarities and differences, in case any of you out there are still shopping for your first e-reader, or maybe you want an upgrade. And of course, by the way, if you'd like to watch my unboxing of both e-readers, then please check out those links that I will be adding down on the description box below for you to have a look. And okay, so let's get started. All right, so first and foremost, let's see the outside feature of both e-readers. I have them here both side by side so you can see the similarities and the differences. First up is the size and the weight. Both of them are around the same size, around 14 to 16 centimeters, and the Kindle is slightly thinner. The Kindle is 8.4 millimeters thick, while this Kobo is about 9 millimeters thick. Both have a storage capacity of either 8 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes, and they have a display resolution of 300 ppi or pixels per inch. Both are waterproof, and they also have page turn buttons. And the screen will orient itself depending on how you want to hold it, whether if it's your right hand or your left hand. You'll see that better later on. And both e-readers do not have wireless charging, and they both have audiobooks available. The Kindle audiobooks are available, of course, from Amazon, and for the Kobo audiobooks, you can avail of them from the Kobo Plus, as well as the EPUB. The battery life is the same for both, about 6 weeks, but if you put it on airplane mode, then the battery can last longer. So now let's turn them on, and for the Kindle, you have this button here on the top edge, depending on how you hold it, or the bottom edge. But for your Kobo, the button is on the back side. There it is, so I'm going to turn that on. Okay, first thing that you see on the screen for both, when you go to the home page, is that you have all your ebooks that you have downloaded from your web store, as well as recommended ebooks and all those cool stuff. And for the Kindle Oasis, when you click on the battery life here, like that, it tells you how much battery you have left, but also it brings you to the screen settings. On the Kobo, that doesn't really happen. But on the top of your screen there, you have a quicker access to the brightness mode, your Wi-Fi signal, as well as your sync button. Now, before we go to any more details about the reading itself, I forgot to mention earlier about the weight of both of the e-readers. The Kindle Oasis is a bit lighter. It's 188 grams, while the Kobo Libra the Kobo Libra 2 is 215 grams. So if you guys happen to have a Kindle, then you'll really notice the difference. When you hold the Libra 2 will be a bit heavier, but honestly, that doesn't really matter much. It's not really a big deal, at least for me. They both have a 7-inch touch screen, and interestingly enough, for the Kindle, it has a glass screen which covers the whole front surface, like this. While the Kobo has a plastic screen, and you can actually see that the display screen itself is sort of like embedded or framed in. And like I said earlier, the power button of the Kindle is on the top or the bottom edge, depending on how you're orienting yourself or depending on how you hold the e-reader. And on the Kobo Libra 2, it's on the back. The charging ports are also different. So with the Kindle, you use a micro USB port, while on the Kobo, you use a USB-C port. So going into one of the ebooks, both have the ability to change screen orientation when you read. You can do it as a portrait mode or even landscape. Now let me show you how. For the Kindle, all you have to do is go to the fonts here, and then you have themes, fonts, layouts, and more. And on the layout, then you can push this button for orientation from portrait to landscape. And there you go. Now for the Kobo, you have this button here on the top of your screen, and if you click on that one, it'll ask you to choose between a portrait mode or a landscape mode. And if you're connected to the Wi-Fi and, for example, you don't understand a certain word that you've just read, you can actually touch that word. For example, this word irrational here on the Kindle Oasis. You can touch that word, and after touching that for a few seconds, you can get a definition of that word. And then here you also have the other options, like to highlight or to write notes or share and others. And it's the same for the Kobo Libra 2. And you might have also noticed a difference in the brightness of the screen of both e-readers, but that can actually be changed. I just so happen to have my Kindle Oasis set to a certain background brightness, and my husband actually has his on a different one, but that is actually changeable, as I had mentioned earlier. By clicking on here for the Kindle Oasis, you can actually click on the battery and it'll get you to the settings, and then you can just change the brightness of your screen or the warmth or the background lighting. And that is also the same for the Kobo Libra 2 by pushing on this button, the brightness button here, and then you can also change the brightness or the warmth or the natural background light of your screen. Minor differences personally for me between the two. One would be the grip. Now actually I thought that this raised bed by the Kindle Oasis will give me a really good grip of my e-reader, which is great. But I'm surprised, or I was very surprised to find out that this raised edge of the Kobo Libra 2 is also a good, it gives me a good grip as well. Now when it comes to turning the pages, I really prefer the Kindle because the page turn is smoother, and sometimes with the Kobo it does glitch a little bit when you want to go to home screen, but those are pretty much minor differences. As with the prices, here in the Netherlands, the Kindle Oasis costs around 229 to 319 euros, while the Kobo Libra 2 is around 189 to 223 euros. So now that we've compared both e-readers, it's really up to you which one you'd like to get or which one you're more interested in. Of course, it depends on the specs that you're after. Now, as for price, this Kobo Libra 2 is a bit more affordable than the Kindle Oasis, so you can actually get most of the features of the Kindle at a cheaper price here with the Kobo. However, if you already have an Amazon account or you're already into Kindle ebooks, then you probably would like to have the Kindle instead, also for that sort of like premium experience. Then Kindle indeed would be the better choice for you. So there you have it. I hope you like the simple but hopefully informative review and comparison between the two e-readers, the Kindle Oasis and the Kobo Libra 2. If you happen to like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below which you would prefer to have if you're planning to get an e-reader for the first time, or if you'd like to have an upgrade. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time here on Pinay Mom's Blogs. Thanks guys, bye for now. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see more episodes of Pinay Mom's Blogs, please click on any of the links up ahead, or you can subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button to get notified of our new posts every time. Thanks for watching.